more than cowgirl, than feeling the groove. Sipping on moonshine, fire barrel rolling. I'ma get behind that thing, girl, and hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Oh,
oh my goodness. Happy Monday. Oh my. Oh, welcome everyone to a Real Soul Shape Podcast. It's Monday again, everybody. Hello. Where are them hands at? Where them hands at? Where them hands at? Ooh, Instagram, we missed you last week. We sorry we had technical difficulties, but we're back. The girls are back.
What's up?
Look, we have somebody that's new. Is that
Can we say it?
K Beauty Supplies? I can't pronounce the first part.
Okay.
I don't want to mess it up. But I want to say hello. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Yes, this is a Real Soul Shape Podcast. We come on every Monday night. Me and Letitia Allen Joseph, we just bring the truth. For those of you who don't know who I am a Really Driver. I am the CEO of Real Soul Shape, all natural beauty products that I created back in 2009. Got into Whole Food 2010. Was there for 7 years, had 23 stores. And that's my story with my products. I am a cosmetologist, barber instructor. I've had my own school, plus I taught in public school. And the wonderful thing about the beauty world is so revolving, and you evolve. You can do so much in it.
Yes.
The two of us, with me and Tish and I, we have over 50 plus years of experience. I am not in the salon anymore. I just love what I do now. I travel with my products. But Tish is, and we just came together like peanut butter and jelly because it just makes sense, baby. It just makes sense. And we started our little journey just on a little Fox TV show. And the next thing you know, we had a podcast, and we can roll into 2 years. We didn't realize that time is flying. We didn't realize we had 1 year. How about that?
Right. Good
1
chemistry.
year. Yes. And, but the thing about it is we're so excited to share our knowledge with you every Monday. That's why we come on every Monday to just have this conversation, because this is our passion. We just have so much information. We just like to give it. So, and along the way, I end up doing, because people kept asking me, oh, how's your hair so long? Why does it look so healthy? What do you do? Well, each individual person, I tell them the same thing, and I just got tired of repeating myself. So in the interim, I end up writing a journal, and the journal is Your Hair, Dirty Little Secrets and How to Make It Healthy Again. And I just want to thank everyone who's been going on Amazon and purchasing this. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my goodness. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what you call teamwork right there. Thank you for
Make it dance. Make it dance.
You guys are really supporting this. I mean, it really and truly, it's 12 months and it's week by week. Hey, Avery, I see you, girl. So I just want to say thank you so much for the support and love, because I am really talking about healthy hair. Tish is talking about healthy hair, because it's not about the length. We're not talking about that. We are talking about how to make that strand, that one strand that comes up from the root, and it sits on that scalp, and it's going to look around and see if it wants to be there. And that's what we talk about every week. How can we make the hair strong? Make that strand want to be in a clean scalp, or want to go on a scalp look like Mars. We're trying to help you out here. We're trying to help you out. So, anyway, but yes, I love what I do. And I want to shout out to Chi-Town for last weekend. You guys showed up and support, and then the weekend before, and this past weekend, I want to shout out to Indianapolis. I was there, and I want to thank you, ladies, especially you seniors. You were great. You were awesome. You supported us. Showed up and showed out. I can't even get. I am tired. I want you guys to know. I won't go to sleep on you, but I am tired. But I just want to thank you guys for everything. I mean, not only did you purchase the product, but you supported my new product that's coming out as Volume, and I'll talk about that later on in the podcast. But I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, and for all of you that's been supporting me throughout the years, I want to say thank you. So I want Miss Letitia Allen Joseph to introduce herself, and then we're going to talk about this whole thing about getting these ends trimmed, because baby, nobody wants to let go of them ends, but we're going to work on that. We're going to talk about that, and that's actually what we're going to talk about the whole month. So if you haven't got the journal, please go get it. It will help you. I'm telling you, it will bring your hair back to life. But you got to start. You got to start. And it doesn't matter if you get it. This is April. It doesn't matter if you get it in May, June, July. You can start right there. And I'm telling you, you'll be impressed. You will. So thanks again. So my girl, Tish Allen Joseph, have a beautiful salon in Tyrone, Georgia, where she sells a Riz-O'Shea. So if you want something other than shipped to you, you want a consultation, please go see Tish, because she can break it down to you. And plus, she has a product right there in her hand. So she will welcome you with open arms if you can fit into her schedule, because the girl is bad now. She stay booked up. So y'all better figure that out. I'm not in the salon anymore, so I can't speak for that. But I do know she will talk to you. She will.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Maria, for that wonderful introduction, as always, Monday after Monday.
Yes.
I appreciate it. Thank you. And as she stated, I am Letitia Allen Joseph, salon owner of Savvy Elite Hair Salon, located in Tyrone, Georgia, where we've been servicing the community for over 9 years. We're going on our 9th anniversary of being in the Tyrone area of Fayette County. And yeah, we're excited about it. You know, we show up Tuesday through Saturday. You know, we show up ready to take care of our clients, our lovely ladies and gentlemen, and our young adults. Pretty much retired from doing young children. This is a new age of they have to have their iPad and whatever else they need to keep their attention. But I noticed that they lean forward. As I'm stretching forward, they're leaning forward. And yeah, that's a different aspect. So yeah, we try to make sure that we can communicate, because that's key, and hear and listen and do as I need the body to do. So children have a tendency to, you know, be on their own path. And so we have to try to limit that. But for the most part, I service pretty much everyone. And I'm grateful and I'm honored. And this opportunity has come along, and we have a good time. You know, this podcast has definitely opened a lot of doors, and we're excited about it. And we're looking forward to more doors opening. So, without further ado, for tonight, let's talk about those ends.
Let's talk about those ends. And this is Tish in your house, because I love cutting too. I love trimming, but she's actually doing it with clients. I'm just crazy. I'm the one over here doing on my own hair, but that's okay. It's all right, because, you know, I do have a little bit of experience. I was trying to do a video tonight. I don't know. I'm in Twilight Zone right now, but yeah, it's yes, baby, yes. But before we get to that, I want to share this video of the young lady who is. I did a lot of sampling. I have a lot of people that's really upset with me, because they just came out and said, you know, there's the lady that's promoting this product that she don't have to sell. So I just want y'all to know, I don't care. You know, you're not hurt my feelings. I said May the 1st. I meant May the 1st, and that's my story. I'm sticking to it. But this is just one of the videos that the lady, I had to put it on TikTok, because she was just when you can create something, anything, it could be you can bake a cake and change somebody's life. Just a smile can change somebody's life. Um, a word can change somebody's life. When you can do something to make somebody feel so amazing just by that simple thing. I didn't know this lady. I didn't know none of these people, actually, to be honest with you. But it's she couldn't go to sleep. When you do something that makes somebody they can't go to sleep, and
They're excited.
they're so excited, and they got to get down to you to
Yeah.
tell you,
Yeah.
wait a minute, you have made a change in my life. I could not. I have to share this. I mean, I got other good ones too, good testimonies, but this one right here, she moved me. She moved
Mm.
me because we've been talking about textures.
Yes.
Beginning of the because what we're doing is, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand this. I wrote this, but it's just amazing how God gave me this, and me and Tish just been following to the letter. So
Mm-hmm.
what we're doing is we're highlighting what's in the journal, but a lot of this stuff because we can't cover everything
Yeah.
in an hour. We can't.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a lot more. So that's why you
Yeah.
have to get it.
Yeah.
But our first month we talked about texture. And by me creating this product called Volume, it's amazing to me because I didn't realize
Mm.
until I started using myself how it was bringing out my natural texture. And I want people to understand it's not about having long hair. We talked about that. Know your texture.
Yeah.
Healthy hair is healthy hair, period.
Period.
It's not have to be down to your butt. It don't
Yeah.
have to be strapped to your head or you be bought, whatever. But you
Mm-hmm.
want it to be healthy, whatever it is. What's
Yes.
healthy to
Yes.
you? What is success to you? Some
Yes.
people success is not money.
Right.
Some people just
Right.
want to be successful. Listen, I'm getting ready to share. Matter of fact, um, today, today is my baby girl's 20. Today is the 21st, correct? Today
Yes.
she turned 34. I'm
Mm-hmm.
celebrating 34 years of actually having eyesight. For those of you who don't know me, I lost my eyesight giving birth to my youngest daughter. She turned
Mm.
34 today. I was
Mm-hmm.
blind 34 years ago today.
Mm.
That's my success. Do you understand? So
Mm-hmm.
everybody's success is totally different.
Yeah.
Totally
Yeah.
different. I can see you. I'm
Yeah.
here to tell you I created a product that I can see, that I can feel.
Mm-hmm.
And as I was traveling home, the young lady that's on my team, she says, Maria, she says, and I'm got this is a sidebar. She says, I had a disability one time that I had to be in a wheelchair. She says, and she says, I found out how it was inconvenient. Everybody keep talking about, handicap accessible. It's not. The world is not handicap accessible. But she says, Maria, I just can't imagine not having my eyesight. She said, at least I could see. She said,
Yeah.
but that disability is a whole nother level. I said, baby, you ain't got to tell me. I said, because I could, when I cried, when the doctor said he didn't know when my eyesight was going to come back, I remember crying, and it was ironic. I was so young. I could feel the tears. And I said to myself, God, if I could feel the tears, why I can't see? I remember
Mm.
that. So remember, everybody's success is different. If you just
Mm-hmm.
want your hair to just lay down on the side, good on the side. That's your success. So
Mm-hmm.
don't get it twisted. We promote healthy hair. What that means to you is totally different to the next person. So don't get
Yes.
caught up because I got hair. Tish got hair. Don't
Mm-hmm.
get caught up in that. Get caught
Yeah.
up in starting from the beginning to get it
Yeah.
healthy. That's what we're talking about. This is what the podcast is about. It's not
Mm-hmm.
about having hair that look like Rapunzel. If
Yeah.
you 50, 60, 70, 80 years old, where you gonna get Rapunzel hair from? Where? Please tell me.
We're talking about your own. We'll know you can buy it. That's
Right.
not what we're stating.
Thank you, Tish. Thank you. Say it
There's
again,
plenty
young.
of Rapunzels out at the beauty supply.
I'm sorry, Tish. I forgot to throw that part there. Thank you, Tish. We're talking about growing. We're talking about growing your own hair. Thank you, Tish. I appreciate that. Thank
I
you.
got
Thank
you.
you. All right. Yes. So, so with that being said, I'm going to share this with you guys. Hopefully, the video
Please
will
do.
play. because I'm having a little technical difficulties over here. But I want you to see the excitement in this lady's. Just hear it in her voice, in her eyes. She is serious. She ain't playing. She is not playing. Hold on. Let me see if this plays. Let's hopefully it plays. Come on, girl.
Tell the
Come on.
difference. She can tell the difference. I got up this morning and it's still there. So this is the truth. It comes out May 1st. I am excited. I cannot wait until it comes out to try it on my head. So I'm encouraging everyone to try it. It definitely works. Curly hair, which is mine. I'm excited, super excited to try this product. So thank you, ladies. I'm excited. Can't wait to May 1st.
We gotta make sure she get her
Now
product
let me
ready
see if I
first.
can play it right from the beginning. Hold on, so you
Yeah,
can
pull
really
it
see
back.
it. Yeah,
I'm
she
Yeah.
is
just going
playing.
to give a
Let me see
testimony
if
on this
okay.
product right here. I'm at the Ladies Retreat in Chicago, Illinois. This stuff is the truth. They put this on my hair last night. I just had a little portion of it on my hair last night, and I couldn't stop looking. It's still there. I can tell the difference of the texture of my hair. I can see the curls. I couldn't stop telling my cousin about it. I kept looking at this one spot and I can tell the difference. She can tell the difference. I got up this morning and it's still there. So this is the truth. It comes out May 1st. I'm excited. I cannot wait until it comes out to try it on my head. So I'm encouraging everyone to try it. It definitely works. Curly hair, which is mine. I'm excited, super excited to try this product. So thank you, ladies. I'm excited. Can't wait to May 1st.
Yes, she is.
So
I love it.
now what
I
did I
love it.
say?
I love it.
Everybody's excitement is totally different.
Mhm.
Everybody is just totally right. So
Absolutely.
I'm just saying, I thank God every day for these hands, for my right
Yeah.
mind to be able to
Yeah.
continue to create and to
Create.
see
Beautiful.
the smiles
Yeah.
on you guys'
Yeah.
faces. Um, Being a blessing is a blessing.
Hmm. Yeah.
Period. Pay
Yeah.
it forward is a blessing. And
Hmm.
I just want to say, like I said, that was just one of many, just one of many. But I just got to say thank you. And this right here, what y'all looking at, this is 4 weeks. It'll be 4 weeks
Hmm.
on Thursday. I have not taken
Hmm.
out. You can see, look, all my great coming in the whole nine. And they were, I had hundreds of people in my hair in the last 2 weeks. And I've been telling them, I use volume. I use volume. Like, oh my God, it feels so. And I mean, look how the curls just snap back. Look at that. They just snap
Hmm.
back. They're like,
Hmm.
oh, that's your hair? I thought you had added. I was like, no, baby, this is it. This is it. So I think I'm gonna do. I was telling Tish, I'm gonna probably do two versions, but that's why I set the date for May the 1st because it's simple fact. I want to make sure my stuff is right when I ship it to you. I want more testimonies because I'm telling you this stuff. Listen, you can't make this up.
Hmm.
You cannot make this up, and I just love it. And people are like, oh my, how did you get your head up, baby? It's volume. Well, where is that? Let me get some. And you guys know I have these pins in here, but I have to keep this part twisted because of my bonds that was broken. That's why I'm doing this whole 2 year sabbatical because it's straight. See those straight ends? See that
Hmm.
right here? Now, last week, me and Tish talked about the embryo trim. Because for real, I need to cut this all the way up. That's what, because this is it's damaged. It's done. But with me using this product and keeping my hair in the 2 strand twist, I'm keeping the heat out. And as they grow, I can trim this. I can continue to
Yes.
trim it until I can get back to my natural hair, which is
Hmm.
right here. See, I'm over here pinned up, y'all. I want y'all to know I'm pinned up.
Hmm.
See that? Can you see it?
Yeah.
But look at them ends. See that? All that.
Yeah.
Technically, to be honest, I need to cut all of that off. All that needs to go because it's straight. You guys see that?
Hmm.
It's broken. It's not like this hair right here. Oh, look at this hair. Oh, this is so healthy. This is beautiful. But that really needs to go. So that's what me and Tish was going to talk to you guys tonight about. Um, Protective styles is nothing wrong with protective styles. We're down with protective styles. But you need to, as I say, you need to know when to hold them, when to fold them. And a
Yeah,
lot of
there's a
times we
difference.
keep that stuff, keep it in too long. Your hair is not breathing, so it cannot grow.
Right.
You can't get it. And the first thing people, when they get oh my scalp treatment, how long is it going to take for me to see results?
And you tell them the
Because
truth.
that's right. I tell the truth. I said, first of all, this is topical. We got to do
Mm-hmm.
some internal. I said,
Mm-hmm.
then that's when I start talking about the book, baby. I said, baby, are you drinking your water? Are you hydrating?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
First of all, do
Mm-hmm.
you know the texture of your hair?
Mm-hmm.
Are you eating the right things? What about that
Mm-hmm.
medication that you're taking? Did you
Mm-hmm.
read the fine print? Does it affect the life of your hair? Will it make
Mm-hmm.
your hair shed? What is,
Mm-hmm.
does it say hair loss?
What's the real story? What's really
What's
going on?
the real story?
Mm-hmm.
So buying a little bottle doesn't solve your problems. It
Mm-hmm.
can enhance to help you,
Yes.
but you
Yes.
really you need to know your body. And that's what
Mm-hmm.
the journal's about. It's about your body. It's like I said, we're not talking about long hair, short hair. That's that we're talking about healthy hair from the
Healthy
root.
hair. Yes.
Because
Yes.
whatever you produce, I promise you, it's gonna come out through your hair, through your
Mm-hmm.
nails, and your
Mm-hmm.
skin.
Oh yeah. Those are storytellers. The telltale signs.
I had a
That's
big
it.
old pimple on my chin coming home. I was like, where did it come from? And what it is so many people been around me, feeling my hair. My hair has been hitting my face. It's not used to that. So
Mm-hmm.
it had right in one spot, it has gotten so much oil that I had a pimple. I don't
Mm-hmm.
have pimples. I don't, that's not
Mm-hmm.
what my skin doesn't do that. But I know where it come from. At night, I
Mm-hmm.
should have been cleaning my skin and then realizing the environment that I was in, the people I was in, people touching my hair, but you know, hair is touching my face, and it just got to
Mm-hmm.
build up. But I understand my body. I
Yes.
need for you guys to understand your body and your hair.
Mm-hmm.
Then we all
Okay.
can be on the same page. Then we can grow some hair. We can grow some hair, skin be glowing, radiant, nails
Mm-hmm.
be popping. You won't need to get your nails done. That's the real story.
Because they're healthy.
So Tish, that's
Yes.
right. So let's tell the people, let's tell
Mm-hmm.
our audience tonight. First of all, why do we need to trim our hair? And then we'll
Mm.
talk about when. Why?
Okay.
Because people
Why?
don't understand why they need to trim
Yeah.
their hair. Why? Why could you just let it grow? You're
Well,
not
you can.
aborigines. You're not
Look,
in
you
the
can.
wilderness. You got to. You got to do
You
something.
can. Yeah. It will grow. Once again, as long as you're breathing, eating, and putting nutrients into the body, it's going to grow from the root. Okay. But the mystery is, why isn't it traveling? Why aren't you seeing the length?
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of briefed on that last week, because the root is the strongest. And the longer the hair has been around, so it's
Mm-hmm.
traveling from here all the way down. Over
Yes.
time, that travel, those ends, that beginning became the end. Okay. And the end gets weary
Yes.
and it gets weak and it gets a little limp. And depending on what you're doing with it, whether you're braiding it, whether you're flat ironing it, whether you're, wrapping it or what have you, over time, the ends get weak.
Yes.
And sometimes they're really dry and they start to split. And we talk about the piranhas of the ends of the hair. Those weak ends, hair is a living, breathing mechanism. Okay. It needs the nourishment from the root to the tip. And by the time it gets to the tip, if it's weak, it's going to begin to cut itself. And that's what you don't want. It will get frayed. These are frayed ends. And if you don't snip them, they will ride up the shaft. I used some sound effects last week, like
Go ahead. Go ahead. Silence of the lamb.
that's how I like to describe. It's a silent, a silent but deadly impact that's happening if you don't get rid of them splits. I call it, I've coined it the piranhas of the hair, okay? It's going to eat all the way up. So the growth is happening here, but if you're not trimming them ends, guess what? They meet. And
Exactly.
then this on the bottom will bypass all the, and go right up all the way in. So a lot of
Exactly.
times, we see little girls who have not had any salon experience, any trim. They have not been to the salon, and their hair is damaged. They're too little. Why do they have damaged hair? Because those little dry ends, nobody's addressing them by nipping them off. Um, it will tell on you, okay, when those ends have not been. We normally, as a African American community, um, we normally don't take our children to the salon until about 10 to 12 years old, when the mother starts saying, okay, now, because it's expensive, okay, and they may need a lot of work, and most of the time we're able to get them to that point. But there's certain things that we have been neglecting in our community, which are the ends on children. I had the opportunity to work for Great Clips for many years when I moved to Georgia, about 3.5 years. And I could not believe the amount of children that I would see between 9 months and 2 years old. Let me repeat myself: 9 months and 2 years old. And those parents would say, clip her ends. And I would say, I'm sorry, what? Yes, her ends have splits. And I'm like, it's a baby. But I would clip those ends. And in a month, those babies was coming back because the hair would have sprouted in that time frame. And the parents like, oh yeah, those splits are back. Let's get rid of them. And they wouldn't say embryo trim. They say take 2 inches. 2 inches is down to here. They didn't care. If it was split, get rid of it. They understood the impact, which is why you see their hair so blunt. Okay. They cut 2 inches or more, no questions asked. An inch to them is an insult to their hair. They don't want to see an inch. They don't want to see an embryo trim. That's for our culture. They're cutting 2 to 3 inches instantly right off the bat. If they got it, they're cutting it. And so what I learned is watching them do this consistent cutting pattern, their hair had the perfect consistency root to tip. And so when I share that with my clients of African American descent, we try to hold on to these weak ends, and the hair just cannot sprout properly. When you get rid of those splits, the hair will applaud you. It understands it cannot grow from jagged ends. You will not see the length travel. You will see it growing from here. Well, I'm getting a new growth. And then you straighten it, and then you straighten it 2 times, and then you're like, well, where the length go? It should be a little longer. But you're noticing it's staying right there. It's just kind of hovering in one space because you're trying to avoid the trim. Get those trims off. If you want to slow walk it, that's how I invented the embryo. Slow walk it, but get them off. Slow walk, slow walk, slow walk. And just by taking that little bit, half an inch, third of an inch, eventually we're going to get that inch, which is just the tip of the finger to the first line. We're going to get that inch, and you're going to be surprised how the hair responds. It's stronger. The weight is coming in, and you're like, oh, whose hair is that? It's yours. You didn't think your hair. I had a stylist who, she was so mad at me. This was many years ago, but she said her hair doesn't grow, and I said, I'm sorry, what? Oh, I'm not understanding. And she said, my
Are
hair
you
just.
still living? Your hair not. If your hair not growing, you're not living. So
Yeah.
you talk to a ghost.
Yeah. I was like, well, what do you mean? I said, she was 19, licensed. I said, what do you mean?
Wow.
And if she's listening, she's know exactly who I'm talking about. And she said, no. I said, have you ever trimmed? No, I don't trim it because it don't grow. I said, okay. Have a seat.
Wow.
I went to work on those ends. Boy, was she mad at me. Because I had to take at least about 2 inches. We know in our community, 2 inches is a lot. But in 3 weeks, she said, wait a minute. I know I'm not seeing new growth. I know I'm not seeing traveling length. Within 6 weeks, she saw an amazing, substantial, visibly new growth, traveling coming in. Within 2 months, she said, wait a minute, I've never experienced. We grew that hair all the way down. And now she cuts it like that and said, oh, we'll grow back because she understood, but she had to get to that level of understanding that yes, the hair will grow. She was 19, young, healthy. There was no reason why that hair wasn't growing. However, those ends, those piranhas, was attacking those ends so aggressively that she never saw her length. And now that is not her story. I'm going to have her come on so she can tell the story on how she did not believe that, as a cosmetologist now, that her hair was going to grow. And of course, almost 20 years later, she'll whack it, cut it, grow it back, do this, do that, because now the confidence, And so we have to have that level of understanding that it's important to make sure those ends are healthy and blunt.
Yes.
And over time, those blunt ends are going to get stronger and stronger and stronger, and you can have traveling length. Don't be afraid. You know how guys always go to the barbershop every 2 weeks. Look how low their hair is. But within 2 weeks, you see what? Oh, man, I need to go get a haircut because it's doing what in 2 weeks? It's growing aggressively. That they need it every 2 weeks.
Yes, that's right.
Think about that.
Yes.
Think about that. When we cut a bang, we say, you know what? I just want a cute little bang. And then next thing you know, the bang back down to the lip. Wait a minute. Didn't I just cut a bang? What is it doing? It's growing quickly. When it comes to anything else, they're like, But you hit them blunt those ends. Get those splits off so they won't keep attacking the healthy shaft of the hair. Now, the next question is, well, how often should I do that? Well, just like our nail split, skin sheds, that's on an 8-week cycle. It's inevitable. It's just going to happen. So you can pattern that 8 to 10 week cycle, and you'll notice a difference in the hair. You'll see the ends get a little weak again around that eighth week. It's like something about that 8th week. They'll start to look a little weak. You push it to 10. If you push it to 12, you'll notice my hair's not performing the way it was. That's because those ends got to go. You can put oil on it. You can help slow down the process, but it's still going to do the dirty deed,
that's
which
right.
is attack. It is designed to do so. When you have a split in your nail, how long can you walk around with a split in your nail? It's snagging everything, right? When you you got to nip that. You can't walk around with splits all in your nails. Think about that. You're like, oh, this is snagging this. That's what the hair is, just being snagged. You got to blunt that end, and then you'll see the growth. It's just what it is. It's just the natural order. So don't go against the natural order. Don't be afraid. You start little and then build, but build the confidence along the way. And the hair will applaud you. You'll see it. The hair will come to life, have more body, more bounce, more shine. And then you can feel confident in your hair along with the products. Now you can add the products that you want and not rely on the products to do all the work. You have to create this healthy base for the hair, base for the product as well. So the product can perform for you, and then you got a perfect harmony. And hair is your friend. I always tell people it likes water when it's in its natural state. Don't avoid the water. Don't avoid the steam. Different mentality from relaxed hair. From relaxed hair, we was doing the complete opposite. We could not wet that hair. We could not get that hair wet.
Oh no.
It would revert, But when you're in your natural state,
yes,
it needs the water. It needs the moisture. So don't be afraid to walk in that shower open. This is how I walk in the shower every morning. I pull that bonnet off from at night So the cotton is not drying me out, but I walk into the steam of the shower. Do you understand that? The bonnet comes off. I go into the shower when I'm in my natural state. Now, when I'm silked out, totally different story. I'm lacing it all the way down. But in my no water can touch it. I just silked it out. But when I'm in my natural state, I need the steam, the water, the hydration, all of it. We need all of it when we're rocking our natural texture.
Right.
So don't deprive it of the water. Okay. So.
And you need to drink some.
Intake daily.
I'm just saying, you need some.
Yes, it's imperative. It's so important. We don't want to walk around dehydrated. We're about to go into the summer. That sun, it was 83, 88 degrees today.
Oh, wow.
Yes. My car ran 99 until I started driving and it registered 88.
I was asleep. I was asleep.
And I needed my water. I travel with my water.
I was asleep. I missed all that.
Yeah, you need water because the heat will dry you up. Pardon me. The heat will dry from the inside out. So you're constantly replenishing because you're sweating, you dabbing, and you know. And then if you got to walk in it or just go shopping out in it, do your chores, whatever you need to do, you need to constantly be hydrating yourself, especially if we have an aggressive hot summer.
Yes.
And I believe we are in April and we are already at 80 degrees. May has not walked through the door yet. And we were at 88 degrees. I mean, we was just in the 50s a week and a half ago. 50s and the 60s. And now we're literally like 83, 87, 85 degrees. Just like that. Please make sure you're drinking your water.
Drink your water.
Hydrating your skin. Checking your elasticity.
Yes. So
doing your hydration test.
So
Maria,
I was given the opportunity to say a few words, you know, to talk about my products. The first thing I said to them seniors was, "Why you not drinking your water? Let's do this. Just check."
What they say?
Where them hands at? I said, "Where them hands at? Are you drinking your water?" They were like, "Oh," I said, "Are you drinking your water?" And they come flying to my table and
all
like,
kinds of excuses.
My water. I'm drinking. No, someone said so. I know I need to, but most of them were saying, "I'm drinking my water," and you could tell because they had clear skin.
Beautiful.
Good. They were so full. You could tell. You could tell by their movement that they were really trying to take care of themselves.
Okay. Beautiful.
Okay. But, you know, like I said, don't come to my table talk about you don't have any hair. I said, because if you're not drinking your water, you're not serious. We don't need to talk about no hair. Because if you're not giving that hair internal instructions and nutrients, then there's nothing I can give you topical that's going to help it. It's not. That's why I developed Volume, my new product that's coming out, because it's got a moisture. Like you say, Tish, you felt the moisture. You can feel the water.
The consistency, yes.
So now, that's why people got to buy products that have the water in it, because you're not putting the water inside so you can have healthy hair. How that work? Because all of my products, I don't have water in it. This is the only product that I actually have a water base. Other than my Fresh Locks. I got Fresh Locks as a water base. That's for locks. But other than that, all my products are oil based. But I had to go and get some water for y'all because y'all don't want to drink it. So I had to put it in there. Now that's a shame.
You said, let me go ahead and make sure they get their water one way or the other.
One way or the other. Good gracious.
I do.
But I'm trying to support you guys because you're supporting me. But you got, oh, Tish, did you see the comment right here? Hey, Regina. She said, great info on hydrating hair in the shower, along with drinking water. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So thank you. And she said, is rice water better for washing your hair? Tish, you can touch on that. I don't get into those different things. I've seen the video with the rice water. I've never dealt with anything. Have you heard anything about the rice water, Tish?
Absolutely. Yes, I can speak on the
Okay.
rice water.
Okay. All right. You speak on that, Tish.
Well, here's the thing. When rice water came out, it's always exciting for something new and that everyone's hair felt amazing. But please understand that rice is a starch. And what happens is our body, when you're taking in starch, what does it do? It sticks, right? And then it can cause some swelling. So what's happening is it's swelling the cuticle a little bit, and it's expanding. That's where you're getting the softness from. But over time, you don't want to keep having that cuticle pulsating and expanding, because anything that can expand in such a narrow strip can also create breakage. It's expanding the cuticle too much. And then next, the consistency of the hair has changed. And the first thing you're going to think is, well, it's not the rice water, because the first time I put it on, it felt so good. But in actuality, it is. It's almost like a starchy protein for the hair, which can be abused, okay, over time. And a lot of times we miss that mark because the first 2-3 times we use it, it was amazing, thinking it's going to always be amazing. But the hair is very resilient. Once you put something on it and it registers, okay, I see what you're doing. You can't keep continuing to use something that's causing that hair to pulsate and open up that strand, that cuticle too much, because it'll start to that fuzz effect, that frizzy, that look like it's little broken pieces. If you look at the strand, um, it begins to weaken the hair. Okay, so rice water is good for maybe a temporary fix, maybe once every 6 weeks, not something that you need on a regular. I had a young lady to stop by the salon back about 3 years ago and says, I need help. I left my cosmetologist because I thought I could take care of my hair on my own through rice water treatments and protein via YouTube with the mayonnaise and things of that nature. And I had her hair broke so bad. And she said, please
I'm
help.
not laughing, Lord. Please forgive me.
I
I'm not.
said, okay, I'm gonna use
You
back
too.
away from YouTube when it comes to your hair. Whoever you're following, if they can't touch and feel and see that 4 weeks in your hair is brittle and dry, they can't feel that through the screen. Okay. You have to know when to pull back, and she didn't. And so the results was broken hair, fragile hair, frail hair, dried hair. And yes, I had to repair that hair. She was at the time 72 years old.
Ooh.
A,
Ooh.
when I say thick hair, thick,
Wow.
coarse, strong, but broken. And
Wow.
she was referred to me, and I said, it's April. I said, by December, I have your hair back to your shoulders. She was like, really? Well, December came and went, and we grew way past the shoulders. And that was almost 3.5, 4 years ago, where her hair is good, strong, and healthy hair. And we don't use any rice water because, once again, over time, you can use it maybe a couple times. After that, back up, back away, because the hair is starting to say, okay, this is a little too much. It'll start to kind of feel like mush. Um, and
Wow.
that's not what you want. That's not the goal. But what's happening is the education that's coming off of YouTube. Once again, if you can't do a full-on proper analysis after doing certain services, if that person cannot come to the screen touch and say, okay, you're at the point where you need to do this, and the other, then that is not what you need to be following, because they can't continue to guide you. They're only giving you snippets and moments of
Right.
information. But when
Right.
it comes to
That's
making sure
right.
that hair is on the healthy path, they can't help you because they can't touch and feel it. And now you're going down a rabbit hole trying to figure out how to repair something that was damaged through somebody giving you guidance through the screen. And then you run into the salon saying, okay, tell me what I need because I damaged my hair. Um, so just be mindful that if they cannot touch and feel, which is part of the analysis
Yes, it is.
on your hair, you have to be able to touch and feel to give you a proper analysis. And they can't do that through the tube. Okay. So we're giving you step by step instruction on how to take care of the head, know the texture so you know what you're feeling. So when it starts to dry out and get brittle, you know how to go, okay, well, it's at this phase. I might need some moisturizing products because this protein is pretty much like a band-aid. So what does a band-aid do? It helps repair something that's broken. But once the skin is healed, you remove the band-aid. You don't keep just applying the band-aid to something that's already healed. But you won't know that it's healed because that's not your profession. So you keep repeating the same process. And the hair's like, well, what are you doing? It's, I don't need that anymore. So the abuse comes in, and then the hair starts to say, oh, it's not as resilient as it was because it's weak, it's tired. You're smothering it with these products that is only supposed to be a temporary fix. And that's what I've been running into with a lot of people not understanding why the mayonnaise treatment worked the first 3, 4, 5 times I used it. My hair felt amazing. It's a protein. It's a band-aid. Then once you repair it, you take the band-aid off. You stop using the band-aid. You don't need it anymore. But they don't know that. They don't understand the balance. You have to create a balance with hair. Hair will tell you you're doing too much
It's
because
that.
it's not going to
It
perform for you.
tell your dirty little secrets.
Yes, it's like you're doing too much, and you're like, well, why is not doing this? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
just like we were talking about earlier with protective styling, you can abuse the protective styling. It's no longer protecting; it's damaging, leaving
Yes.
it in way past its time. Um, People don't like to hear this, but I'm telling you what the hair is telling me. 4 weeks.
Yes.
So that's it. You go 6 weeks, 8 weeks, that hair now is going to break off mode.
Mm-hmm.
So all of that love that you
Sweet.
gave it, now it's like, okay, I need water, sun, oxygen, conditioner, shampoo. I need all that. And you're suffocating it, thinking you're protecting it. At that point, you're the abuser. You're abusing, you're no longer
That's right.
protected. You're no longer, because that hair is getting weak. And then when you take that hair out, you don't understand why your hair is not resilient. Why so dry? Why so this? Why you literally dried it out. So that 4th week, going to that 5th week, it's time to take it out. Let that hair rest. I spend too much money. That's fine. You're gonna find some more money to spend too. Because if you do it again back to back, you're gonna start noticing how weak that hair is. You need to give it a rest, take a break, 3, 4 months, and then get it again. But not back to back to back because you're addicted now. That's not the way
Mm-hmm.
protective styling works. You have been misinformed. Protecting your hair, leaving those weaves in for 4 to 5 months is not protecting. It's suffocating. It's causing the hair to be dry, weak, and brittle. Take the weave out. The longer you leave it in, should be the equal amount of time you leave it out plus some. Because you got to give the hair time to bounce back if you're
Mm-hmm.
concerned about the healthy hair. A lot of people don't care about the hair. They be like, oh, I can just shave it and cut it off. Then I'm not talking to those. I'm talking to those people who are serious about making sure the hair stays in its healthiest state. You cannot suffocate it by wearing weaves and wigs without allowing that hair and scalp to breathe. Because over time, once again, it's going to let you know it's weak, it's tired, it's brittle, and it's going to break. And everybody's different. Some people can go a little longer, some people can go a little less. But the average time frame on allowing the hair to be covered should be for about 4 weeks. That 5, 6 weeks, you're going to notice when you start taking it out, you're getting a lot more shedding than you normally would have had you take it out in 4 weeks. And that hair will start to matte and dry out. And then you shed and you lose all the new hair you just grew in. I've seen it over and over and over and over again throughout the years. So please be mindful when you are doing these braids. I understand summertime, and after you take the braids out, 4 weeks, do some big cornrows, do a little cute bun. Um, but to get them back to back for another 4 weeks, and then, oh, it was so convenient, and then do it for another 4 weeks, not recommended at all. So it's up to you.
We had my friend Regina has sent another wonderful question.
Mm-hmm.
She said her question was, can you leave in your conditioner for days? She says, is it okay to leave the hair conditioner in your hair for a couple of days for moisturizing? And I responded back to her. I said, depends on the conditioner. Is it a
Mm-hmm.
leave in or is a moisturizer designed for staying in? Volume is a moisturizing product designed to leave in. So, okay, a leave in conditioner is designed for leave in, but it's called leave in and rinse out. That's why it's called leave in. When you have a moisturizer that's designed like um Tish, help me out. Shea Moisture. I'm just throwing some names out.
Okay,
Shea Moisture.
those are like moisturizing agents.
Right.
They're not conditioning,
Moisturizing
but it is
agent.
softening the hair, keeping it moist.
Right.
Yes.
Right. That's what you need to put in your hair. Don't get the average leave-in conditioner and leave it in your hair. What is the purpose? And not only this, I found out throughout the years when I was doing hair, when you leave those leave-in conditioners, sometimes it can do more damage because it's not designed for that. It can make your hair dry. It can have a buildup on that strand. So when you shampoo it, or well, you ain't gonna shampoo it out. When you rinse it out, you got a coating on your hair. So when you blow dry it out, the hair is so heavy. You don't have any
Yeah.
bounce, you don't have any volume at all.
Well, not only
So
that, but not all are created equal. Like you were saying, you got some leave-in conditioners that are so. We talk about the pH scale, okay? And
right,
the leave-in conditioner is supposed to be the pH that level of hair is a 7, okay? The leave-in conditioners are normally at a 7. It's not doing a whole lot.
right. It's
However,
not doing that.
yeah, it's
Mhm.
not really doing it. So even if you leave in a leave-in conditioner that's saying you do not have to rinse, it's pretty much neutralizing itself within your hair. But
Exactly.
your actual conditioner that you leaving in
Hmm.
plays a role on your texture.
Right.
Sometimes you can dilute your leave in, make it real watery, okay, where it's not at its full potential of because a conditioner is a working regimen, like it's working in the hair. It's you leave a conditioner on, normally the hair will max out 30-40 minutes. It's not
Right.
gonna take but so much of that conditioner. It's just gonna
Right.
time itself out. So now
Right.
you
And
just
it's
got
just
this
gonna be
coating.
sitting there.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
It's
Like Maria
totally
said, you just
set.
got this coating on your hair because it's no
Hmm.
longer working. It maxes itself out after about 30-40 minutes. And you leave it on for a couple days, you just got this weight on your hair, just like Maria said. However, if you dilute that regular conditioner and wanted to leave it in, depending on what type of style you're wearing, I do that with my hair so I can speak. I'll take my regular conditioner and water it down because it's a little heavier than my leave-in conditioner, which is only at a pH of about 7. It's very light, but my hair is like a sponge. It wants more. So I'll make that regular conditioner, I'll turn it into a leave-in because I'm watering it down a little bit, but I like the weight of it a little bit to kind of fill in the pockets of my zigzag texture we talked about, that zigzag.
Right.
Um,
Yes.
I like it to sit into my zigzag, but once again, I'm getting steam every day. So I'm not letting it just dry into my hair.
Right.
That
Exactly. And that's
steam
another
is
thing.
kind of,
That leave-in
yeah,
conditioner, it will dry. It can dry.
right.
If you have that leave-in conditioner, your hair is like stuck to your hair like a cat just licked you. I'm telling you, that is not what you want. That's
That's not
not the
what you
look
want.
you're trying. Because
Right.
once it dry out, it's gonna stick right to your hair like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
not what you're trying.
Yeah.
You need to get, like Tish said, the moisturizing agent, which I have
Mm-hmm.
in volume. You
Mm-hmm.
need that. That's put it actually designed for that, to keep the hair
That's
moist,
what you want.
keep it
That's what you
soft.
want. Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
leave in, put it in, let it does it what Tish said, whatever the manufacturer suggestion, rinse it
Mm-hmm.
out. Then
Mm-hmm.
go to your moisturizing agent.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that's
Mm-hmm.
going to be, was volume, shea
Mm-hmm.
moisture. I'm giving shout out to somebody else's product, but I don't care because the simple fact I want you to have what is
Yeah.
correct.
And I just want to make sure we're understanding her. Leave-in conditioner versus leaving-in conditioner. Two different things. Okay.
Two
You got
different things.
two
Yes.
different things. So you can leave your conditioner in and it just dries the hair out because it's gonna max out its production, what it's supposed to do after
Mhm.
about 40 minutes. You know, some people say, well, I sat for 2 hours with my conditioner.
Woo, Lord, with
Well,
the
it's
cap
not
on.
working after
Don't
30,
forget now,
yeah,
they
like
got the
30
cap
minutes.
on.
Yeah, it's not doing
Walk
anything
around the house with the
anymore
mayonnaise.
because your hair
Walk around with the mayonnaise.
it's only going to take but so much product. Just like the whole sponge concept. I love when they said the sponge. You can hold the sponge underwater and it's going to absorb until it maxes out, and then the rest of the water is just going to pour over. Right? It's just you're just holding the sponge. But that's what the hair does. Our hair has pockets, right? And we can just saturate it, and over time, it's just extra. It's just extra sitting there. So leaving in that conditioner is just going to sit. It's not really doing anything. Leave-in conditioner that actually says leave in, that's so light that you're really just doing a light coat, but the hair
Yes.
kind of balances it out. Once again, you're talking about the potential hydrogen, the pH scale, and they neutralize each other out. It's not really
Right.
giving you what you
And the
think.
leave-in conditioner is good for combing your hair out. That's because I use the leave-in. I have a leave-in conditioner,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Mm-hmm.
put it and I comb my hair out to
Like a good
detangle it.
detangle.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
that's what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Rinse it
Yeah.
out, and then your next routine, your regimen. If you're going to wear your hair natural, then you have a moisturizing agent. Just like Tish said, that's great. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
this right here is volume. I did this 2-strand twist. Tish, I went to the salon to show her.
Mm-hmm.
This is
She
4 weeks.
did.
Thursday, Thursday.
Yeah.
I still have definition.
Mm-hmm.
I still have definition. So I'm just saying, you need to understand your products. That's why we talk about this every Monday night, different things.
Mm-hmm.
And we want your feedback. We want your questions because that's what we're here. We got
Yeah.
50 plus years of experience. We want to share because you don't know. And I
Mm-hmm.
understand people that want to do it yourself. I'm down with that. But certain things you got to go and have a professional. So
Yeah.
don't think we're on here trying to tell you how to do it yourself. We're trying to tell you how to identify with your hair
Mm-hmm.
itself. Know your own hair before you sit in somebody's chair and want them to perform a miracle. You can't get a miracle when there's no miracle. You're gonna have to start from the basic, and you gotta get you gotta get that healthy hair. You gotta do your part too.
Yeah.
The stylist can't do everything. Tish can tell
Mm-hmm.
you what to do and you go home, but if you don't do it and you kind of sort of do it, then you come back and say, "Girl, I ain't doing nothing. Look at this right here. This ain't working."
Mm-hmm.
Like, what did
In
you do?
case in point, I had a young lady walk in on Saturday.
Okay,
She had did her own twist
okay.
and didn't understand why it wouldn't last. I said, okay. I had a lady with a replica hairstyle under the dryer. Okay, it's real scenario. So the young lady under the dryer gets 5 flat twists at the most. She comes every 2 weeks to get those 5 flat twists. But she sits under the dryer for 40 minutes and she leaves out with her twist. The client walks in and says, I did my own twist, but it doesn't last. I said, okay, I'm going to introduce you to someone who's get those same 5 twists and it lasts for 2 weeks. And when she comes back, it looks like she does not need it done, but she wants it done because she likes to get it done every 2 weeks. I walk her over to the client and says, tell her how long your hair lasts. She gave her a full scenario. My hair lasts. Tish put my twist in using the same product that she has at home. But what was she doing? Wrong. The client from home. She was taking the end of a rat tail, separating her twist. What does that do? Create fuzz and
Frizz and frizz. That's right. That's
she
right.
was doing
That's right. Look at
everything
this.
right,
4 weeks.
but
4 weeks. I don't have
yeah,
that. Look at
but you
that.
separate them with your fingers.
Fingers. That's right.
That's it. So just that information changed her whole
Mm-hmm.
perspective on what she had the same product, she had the same amount of twists, but she said I can't get it right. It doesn't last. She thought that the firmness from the phone was not supposed to be in there. I said it's the firmness from the phone that's keeping the consistency. If you interrupt that, and she was going back putting on a moisturizer, a wet water-based product,
Oh no. Oh
creating
no.
more
No.
fuzz.
Plus,
I
that's
said,
right.
you cannot.
No.
This is a
No.
dry hairstyle.
No.
I could use that because mine is a wet and go.
Right.
You're
Yes.
doing a dry style, which is a twist.
Yes.
You can't
Yes.
put those moisturizing wet-based
No.
products on
No.
on a look that
No.
you want to just be
No.
dry. A
Yes.
two-string twist. Separate
Mm-hmm.
them,
And
oil
let it
them,
go. Right.
and let it
And let
go.
them go. Because I
Let
put
them
my
go.
smell, which is the hair. I have a hair
The
deodorizer machine.
shine.
And I put and
Yes.
that's what helped keep it hydrated too. And it kept, I'm telling you, you can't make
Mm-hmm.
this stuff up. 4 weeks? Are
Yes.
you
And I love the
serious? Are you
consistency.
really serious?
Yes. Yes.
4 weeks. Come on now.
Yes. Yes.
And you
And
know
I
I'm telling the
I
truth
can't
because look
wait.
at the grade. Look at all them people standing up. Look at
Oh,
it.
Maria, it's 10:01, girl.
Yes, it is, girl. We gave them a lot of information. Listen, we got to go. Go to Amazon. Get your healthy hair journal. Let's get this thing started. Volume is coming out May the 1st. We got one more week before it comes out. I want y'all to get prepared because I need for y'all to get these boots on the ground. Because, baby, we got so much information to share this whole year. Come on, baby. Yes. Where them hands at? Where the healthy hair at? Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful week. Hopefully, we drop some nuggets for you. Thank you. And thank you,
Bye
Regina, and
bye.
Nora, and everybody else for the questions.
And I hope we answered your
There's
questions.
Instagram, but you know you need to go to YouTube. Have a wonderful week. Take care. Good night, everyone.
Excellent.